Bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So today I'm here to share a story that I heard from Sheikh Muhammad Mu'taz Hami, Hafidahullah. May Allah preserve him and give him more knowledge. And this story happened in the history, so it's not a modern story. It's around wisdom and knowledge and ignorance. There are some parts of it that is funny, but the end result of the story is really not. So there is a man who's a doctor, and this doctor has a son. His son's name is Tuma. Tuma in Arabic spelled Ta Waw Mim Alif or Ta Waw Mim Ta Marbuta. Either way. In English, I would imagine it to be Tuma. And Tuma was not interested in knowledge and studying and all that. He was spending his time playing and having fun here and there. He was not paying attention to learning from his father, who's a doctor. The day comes and his father passed away. So he inherited whatever his father has. He then told people that he also inherited the knowledge from his father, which is not possible. You can't inherit knowledge. Knowledge has to be gained through studying and learning with scholars and mashayikh, and then you earn it. But it's not something that you can inherit. Either way, for any liar, there are people that will believe this liar. Like, Musaylam al-Kadhab had lots of people believe in him. Imagine his army was, I think, 40,000. So even though he's completely obvious liar without any social media or anything, he made this many people believe him. So for this guy to have a couple people believe him here and there, it's something reasonable. So he told people that he's a doctor now, and then he started reading books. And then one of the books, when he read it, it says, Al-Hayyatu Sawda Shifa'un min kulli da, meaning the black snake is a cure from all illnesses except death. So Al-Hayyatu Sawda Shifa'un min kulli da illa Sam, which is the death. So he's like, okay, if that's the case, I don't have to even continue reading. And he proceeded going out looking for a black snake. There is one narration said that he found the snake, it bit him or stung him, and he died. But then another narration has a lot more addition to it, said that he found the snake, took the snake, of course killed it, then burned it and made a black powder from it. His first patient was a guy who's blind and he's looking for a cure to make him see again. He said no problems. He put this black powder in his eyes. The next day, the guy is dead. Another guy comes with a different illness. He gives him from this black powder and he dies. So people took him to court or to the judge. So the judge asked him, he's like, are you a doctor? He said, yes. He's like, how did you become a doctor? He said, I read books and I became a doctor, which is, of course, not possible. So the judge asked, what books did you read? He said, he told him about it. Then he said, okay, so where did you see, in which book did you see that a black snake is a cure from all illnesses? He said in Kitab al-Bukhari, Sahih al-Bukhari, the one that has the hadith. He said in Sahih al-Bukhari. So the judge asked him to bring the book so he could see exactly what he's talking about. So he opened the hadith that he used for the black snake is cure from all illnesses except death. And the judge looked at it and noticed that there's some dirt in the page. He cleaned it up and then read it. It says Al-Habbatu Sawda Shifa'un min kulli da. So there was a small, ba, there is one dot, and then ya has two dots. There were some dirt in that page that caused the ba to look like ya. So instead of him reading Al-Habba, he read it as Al-Hayya. So the judge read it correctly and read it to him that it is Al-Habbatu Sawda Shifa'un min kulli da. And this is a Sahih hadith that from narrated, and it is in the book Al-Bukhari. But it shows the ignorance, how he could think it's a snake, not the habba, because he has no background in anything. He just jumped into reading books without any background that caused him to kill people. People lost lives because of this man's ignorant tuma. So when there is when there's an example to strike to people about ignorance, they say this man is as ignorant as tuma, because we know how ignorant now from the story. I hope we'll learn something from it. Remember, knowledge is not only from books. You have to have, if it's a religious study, you have to have a sheikh or a scholar that you learn from. And if it's any other type of knowledge, you learn it from other scholars that are specialized in that knowledge. May Allah benefit us all from that type of information. Jazakumullah khair for watching, and we will meet inshallah again in the near future. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.